Hello, everyone. It's Gail Moffat here. You can find me on gailmoffat.com or check me out on Facebook. My Facebook page is Gail Moffat. I've got two pages, actually. So there's Gail Moffat and Gail Moffat Spiritualist, Medium and Teacher. So that's where you can find me. Now, we've got a special occasion in the year fast approaching, and I'm sure it's something that people all around the world consider to be quite important. It's St. Valentine's Day, and St. Valentine's Day is all about love. And I always think that there are different sorts of love. We have that overwhelming love for our children, and a different sort of love for our parents, and then a different love when it's a romantic love. And it's often the romantic love that causes us the most, how can I put it? It's almost like sometimes it can be torture and sometimes it can be fantastic and amazing. But it's the one thing that really sort of gives us a lot to think about, because ultimately I do believe we all want to be loved and want to love. And I often think that if you can just imagine when we're at the end of our lives and we look back on what we've done and who we are and where we've been, or whatever things that we think about, I think the most poignant thing that we probably would think about is actually who loved us and who did we love. And, the money or the material things or all those sort of things probably don't matter at that point, and they're probably irrelevant. And particularly when you go to the spirit world, because the spirit world is a very different place. Of course, it's about love, but it's not about material things. We leave our material possessions, everything that we've gained financially, behind, and hopefully we can leave it on for, our family members and things like that. I remember my grandmother saying to me, when I go, I want you to have my rings and I want you to have my jewelry. And so, it's something that I think people often think about when we're going to actually have, make a will or something like that. But so ultimately, what I'm saying is that the love that we have in our lives is so important that when we go to the spirit world, that love doesn't die. And we still think about our loved ones and perhaps come and visit our loved ones as well. And I know that they still have an interest, even if you haven't met them. So, for instance, if you have a grandmother in the spirit world that you never met, she would still be around you and interested in your life and want to know what's going on. So love is important, and love, like life, never dies. Now, I'm going to take some calls. And before I take some calls, I thought we could do something that's quite interesting this week. And one of the things that I'm going to do this week is by about Thursday of the week, I will have the video of this show on my Facebook page. And if you like it and share it and put a comment below and let me know that you've done that, I'm looking to pick out some names and do some private readings for people for free. So have a think about that. So if you haven't been able to get onto the show and get a reading, do try getting to me that way, because it would be lovely to talk to you, and it's very easy to do it over Facebook. And so just like and share, and then you stand a good chance of having another reading. So anyway, let's go to some callers. We have Morgan in Pueblo, Colorado. Morgan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. And how can I help you?
I'm trying to connect with a loved one that has passed.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I'm just trying to connect with a loved one who has passed away.
And who would that be?
It would be my brother.
Your brother. You'd like to connect to your brother.
Yes.
Well, the first thing that I'm sensing about your brother is being given the word cheeky chappy, and could be quite sort of cheeky. Do you remember that about him?
I'm so sorry. I was not. What was the word again?
The first words that I was given to from Spirit was cheeky chappy, sort of like a cheeky person. And do you remember that about him?
Yes, I sure do.
And I feel that, as I look at him, I think he's got this big beaming smile. He was somebody that had, a really nice smile to him, and a wide sort of grin is what I'm seeing. Can you remember that about him?
You said a big smile, and did you say the color green?
He's got a what, sorry?
Yes.
Yeah, you understand that. Good. And so he's just showing me his big smile, and he's got lovely teeth, really, and he's saying to me he's quite attractive.
He thinks definitely was very handsome.
He's sort of like, when I think we have an expression in England, like we bristle up our feathers because we feel all sort of good about ourselves, and I feel like he would be a bit like that, because he was certainly a good-looking man, and I don't feel that he had any problem in charming people either, because he had a great.
Sure did.
He had a great personality, but he's got this naughty streak as well. Do you remember that about him? Like, it's a bit
he's very sarcastic. He had a great sense of humor.
But very, very, very naughty, but it was sort of all. It was all in jest. It was all sort of. In a friendly way, his naughtiness, and sort of like teasing, and sort of that sort of expression that I can sort of sense around him.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like him.
And I know that he's talking about when you were younger, and he's talking about sort of memories of when you were younger, and he's saying that sometimes. There would be a lot of fighting with sort of arguing or fighting with you. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. Yes.
But it was just the sort of thing that siblings do. It's nothing out of the ordinary. He's saying, but he said, ultimately the two of you had a strong bond and a strong love.
Yeah,
and
he's did.
He's saying to me that your mum used to tear her hair out over the two of you. Will you two stop fighting? He's mimicking her, sort of like, will you two stop fighting? And it's almost like, if you don't stop fighting, I'm going to bang your heads together. So, and she's sort of, and he's just remembering how it was, and he's laughing as he remembers. He's got quite a good physique as well, because I feel that he may have worked out quite a bit, because I feel like he's showing me sort of like, quite a good physique.
He was showing you, what was that? I'm sorry.
He's showing me that he had a good body, a good physique, and I feel that he would have worked out quite a bit.
Yes, he works out all the time. Yes.
Yeah, and because I feel that I don't know if you have this expression in America, but we have an expression like a six-pack. Is that an expression you have there? It's where it's all ripped on the stomach. he's showing me his stomach.
Yes, he had a six-pack, he had it all going on.
Yeah, and he was so proud of his appearance, and he's just showing me, he's snapping his fingers. It's almost like a woman would come.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was never short of admirers around him, because he was so good looking and very charming, very, very charming.
He certainly was.
And I feel like there's something to do with jobs or work, because I feel like that he could, he was in and out of work a little bit. It wasn't always consistent for him.
Yeah,
do you remember?
Yeah, he was working before he passed.
Sorry?
He did have a job right before he passed.
I didn't quite hear you, but what I'm sensing is that there's something that he had. I feel like he had problems with work, and it didn't always go smoothly for him. But I do feel that he had work. But it feels like there was a time where it's almost like work stop starts.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
You do, good. Okay, I've got that right. And I feel like there's a bit of a strain on his heart as well, as I look at him, and I feel that he, there's something about his working out, and I feel that he may have taken certain supplements to enhance his exercise regime.
Okay, that makes sense. And does he say anything else about that he wants me to know? Or
okay, you'll have to excuse me. I can hardly hear what you're saying.
Okay. One moment here. Let me see here.
And so
okay. Does he have any other messages for me?
Does he have a message for you?
He was taking a lot of supplements.
Did you say he was?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, he was taking a lot of supplements.
Yes. I'm sensing that. There's that he's taken lots of pills to enhance his physique and his exercise regime. But I feel that some of them weren't always beneficial to him.
Yes.
There was one in particular that he perhaps shouldn't have taken, because I do feel that there was a little bit of a strain on his heart as a result of some of the supplements that he took.
Okay, yes, I can relate with that.
Good. Well, not good that he did that, but good that you can understand what I'm saying. But he's just saying to me that, as we got older, and he's referring to you, we had one of the best relationships ever, and we were good friends. He said, but you always liked his friends, and that used to annoy him. And he's laughing.
Oh, how funny.
Because I feel like you used to sort of fancy some of his friends, and he's just laughing, very, very cheeky. Like he's like teasing you all the time. Now he's shown me, because I feel like there may be some lake near where you live, and I feel that this is somewhere where he's showing me that as a memory, because I feel like there was lots of activity at this lake that you used to regularly go to, and I feel like it's near your home where you were brought up.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Is it near my current home?
I just know I don't know exactly which home it's near, but I know that there's a lake that you used to go to when you were children.
Okay, yes, I can relate to that.
he's just remembering that, and he said we used to have such great times, and I'm sort of seeing. It looks like water skiing. Do you remember water skiing?
I don't actually.
Because he's showing me on this lake that because I feel maybe other people used to water ski on the lake because he's showing me like boats going by and people skiing.
I mean, we used to go out on the lake and go like on the inner tube.
Sorry?
We used to go out on the lake and kind of go on the inner tubes where the boats pull you.
Right. Okay. Yes, because he's just remembering that, and he's saying that it was just he's saying to me, we just had such amazing times. Oh, and he's saying to me, I feel that there was an occasion where the two of you skipped school and didn't go into school.
Yes, I think there was actually a time that we did do that.
And he's remembering that, and he's laughing, and he's sort of he's been amused because it's on air and gone public. You skipped, and he's very amused by that, and that's his personality. You can see his personality coming through.
Yeah.
But he's just saying to me, I love you very much, and it's like he wants to call you sis rather than sister or Morgan. It's like sis. He's I love you, sis.
And is there anything that maybe he would want me to do in honor of him, or any kind of message that he has for me?
Any sort of message, did you say, that he wants to say? Hello?
Yes.
You want? Well, it was just really he's just saying that he loves you, and I feel also there's a baby that's somewhere in the family, because he's drawing my attention to either a small child or a baby, because I feel like since he's passed, there's been a child born, or there was a child round about that time, because I feel he's drawing my attention to that, and he's saying to me that
my niece was born a month before he passed away.
And he's just saying to me that he's aware of the baby, and but he's just saying to me, he loves you, and he's saying it's great to talk to you. He's saying to me, we must do this again. He's funny, isn't he? Very funny. But anyway, Morgan, thank you very much for calling in. Sorry it's not very long, but if you what I'm doing when it goes onto my Facebook page, if you like and share it, I'm looking to give some pick out some people to give free readings to. So
that would be wonderful.
So do that, and persuade your friends to do it as well. And hopefully,
thank you so much.
Yeah.
What was your name again?
Sorry?
What was your name again?
My name is Gail Moffat, Moffat, and Gail is Gail.
Okay, Gail. Thank you so much.
All right, Morgan, it's been lovely talking to you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Right. Hello. I think we have Perry in Detroit, Michigan. Is Perry there?
Hello. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Perry. How are you? I've actually been to Detroit once, many, many years ago. I was 19, and if you're watching me on air, you'll see that I'm not 19 anymore. But I do.
Can you hear me okay?
I remember there was the Renaissance Center in the middle of Detroit. Is that still there?
It's still there.
Oh, right. Okay. Big, tall, angular buildings, wasn't it? So and we were going up north to stay in some cottages, which was really nice. But anyway, Perry, how can I help you?
Well, I guess I just had the basic, questions. I'm currently, in between jobs and trying to figure out, where I belong, like as far as job, location, and of course, my love life. Just the basic.
Right. Okay. So jobs. Are you in a job at the moment, or?
Well, I just interviewed with a sales job and then another sales job, but then I have another interview lined up for another sales job, but they're in different areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one's the best for me?
Yeah. Now I feel that this whole job situation with you has taken a little bit of its toll on you, and caused you quite a bit of stress. And I know that you're it's like you're very, very, very keen to get employment, and I'm almost hearing, and you need it financially as well. So this is quite important. Now I'm just looking at the job situation. You've gone for I know that. And what I'm being told is that you are very personable, and you have a great personality, and you're very good at getting on with people. And I know that if you have the opportunity to get an interview, you generally interview well. But the problem you've found is always getting past that post of getting in front of people. But I just know that you do interview well. Would that make sense to you as I'm linking in?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, no, you're spot on with that.
And it's just like, if you could just get to that interview stage, then boom, I just think you would get in there, because particularly for a sales job, because of your personality. You've got a great personality and you've got a great sales flair. And I think you've got quite a good track record as well. Now, you said that you had an interview lined up. Did I hear that correctly?
I had two of them, and they've both offered me positions, and I have another interview tomorrow at 9 a.m. And so I'm like, I'm torn now.
And I think that,
because floors, right?
Yeah, and I think because you've had the interviews, it's testament to sort of how you come across in the interview. Because I know that the moment you have an interview with anyone, you will be offered a job. And so you've got two jobs lined up. Now, one of them you're not quite sure, because you feel that it will put a strain on sort of like family life, because I feel like it's going to be too much away from home, and I feel that this is going to be a bit of a strain on you, and I feel that you may see. What I'm being told by Spirit is this hasn't been set in stone yet, because they're allowing you your free will over this situation. But I know that one is going to take you away over sort of. You may have to stay away overnight and things like that, and I don't feel that you really want that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
And I know that, but what I'm being told by my guide, his name is Arthur. I'm being told he's saying to me, "Don't worry," because I'm just repeating his words. Don't worry, because in actual fact, you're going to be offered another job that is going to be closer to home. And what he means by that is that you won't have the extensive travelling that this other job offers. The only thing that this other job offers that's perhaps attractive is there's a sort of a good sort of wage attached to it, and that may turn your head a little. But I do feel that there will be a job that's offered to you that's more local, more easier for you to get your head round.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
And I know I'm also being told you're very hardworking as well. very hardworking, and I know that any employer will be very lucky to have you because you put in the hours and you put in the hard work, and you are a very talented salesperson. Is what I'm getting. Now I've only got 2 minutes left, and you had another question. You wanted to talk about something else. Could I? What was that? You wanted me to focus on?
Like, if do you see anything in the future for love, for relationship?
Right. I'm just being told that this year is more about you focusing on your work and getting yourself established. But once you've got yourself established, then I feel that there will be an opportunity for love coming your way. But I don't feel that this is just yet. It's going more into the future. I feel it's more about you getting yourself financially established, and also there's a need for sorting out home as well, and I feel that also needs those finances. And I feel that you're going to be on your own whilst you sort all this out and get established. And once you do, I think that there will be someone come into your life. You may actually meet them through your work, because I'm being drawn to somebody at your work.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, sounds good, doesn't it?
It does sound good.
Yeah. So Perry, it's been. Is there any other questions before we finish the show?
No, that was pretty much it. I mean, I appreciate your time, and thank you so much for all your guidance.
Yeah. Oh, and there's something about your shoes. Spirit are telling me that you can be quite good at cleaning your shoes. It's like I want to clean your shoes before you go to the interview.